Hello and welcome once again to my channel. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you're done. Today I'm preparing Kɔkɔɔ Tɔ and these are the ingredients I'm using, so kindly check it out in the description box below. This food is very sacred to the people of Akan tribe in Ghana, as we used to initiate girls into puberty or into adulthood. Now, to begin this food, I'm peeling off the cover of my plantains, but then I will wash it off before cutting through it. This is optional, as you can cut or you can peel it before washing it. To prepare your Kɔkɔɔ Tɔ, you need two types of plantains, both the ripe and then the unripe ones. If you want only sweet Etor, you can use the ripe ones, but then note that it shouldn't be overripe. Now I'm peeling off the unripe plantains first because it's harder than the ripe ones, and I'm cutting it into smaller shapes as it's harder. Now when I'm done, I will start peeling the ripe ones too. But this time round, I'm cutting it differently from the way I cut the unripe ones. This is because the ripe plantains are soft, so when you cut it into smaller sizes, it will melt into your water, and we don't want that for our Kɔkɔɔ Tɔ. Now, one funny memory with Kɔkɔɔ Tɔ is how we used to fight as siblings when we were younger over this delicious recipe because it's too sweet and yummy. And then children as young as 6 months old can eat this delicious local food. It's healthy, it doesn't have any preservative, neither does it have any spices. When I'm done cutting my plantains, I'll then put in my Habanero Pepper and then wash my eggs and place it on my plantains too. This is optional. You can boil your eggs and pepper separately, but I prefer to cook them in one pot to save gas and energy or electricity, or even if I'm using charcoal, I prefer to do it this way. I'm done with everything. I will add salt to taste. I'm doing this because of the eggs. I want it to come off easily when I peel it after it's cooked. Now I'm covering it with my aluminium foil. You can use your rubber, or if you have any banana leaves too, you can do it. We do this traditionally to retain heat when cooking our food. Now I'm pouring my pink peanut or the fresh peanut into another bowl, and then I'll roast it whilst we wait for our plantains to cook. Now you continue stirring till it's roasted. One trick with knowing when your peanuts are roasted is that you take one, or you take just a little out, and then you rub it in your palms. When the skin comes off easily, it means that it's well cooked. That time you can take it out of the fire and then allow it to cool. Just look at how beautiful it came. This took about 15 to 20 minutes to roast. Now after 20 minutes, our plantains are well cooked, so I'll take off the foil and then check to see if indeed it is well cooked. Now it has been cooked through, so I'll start taking it out into my earthenware. If you don't have an earthenware, you can use any saucepan with your eta or your tapoli, and then you mash it too. Now I'm starting with the ripe ones because they are softer, and then I will allow the unripe ones to continue cooking. I'm adding my peanut butter to this one, and then some oil, palm oil, to make it easier to mash it. Now this is very hot, and you have to be very fast when mashing your plantains, because if it becomes cold or when it cools, it will be very hard to mash it, and then you have some lumps in it, which wouldn't be very traditional of a Ghanaian. So I'll take my time and then mash everything together. The oil or the palm oil is optional. You can choose to add more or less to your satisfaction. But then we know our palm oil is also good for your sight because it contains vitamin A. So we normally eat our traditional food with our palm oil. Now look at how beautiful it is without any lumps. So when I'm done, I'll just pour it into my bowl and then continue mashing the rest too. When I'm done, I will take out the unripe ones too and then start mashing it. If you are a pro or if you know how to do your etor, you can mix both the unripe and the ripe ones and then you mash it together. You won't have any lumps. But as a beginner, I prefer that you mash the ripe ones separately and then the unripe ones after you only add the two together. So now I'm repeating the process again. You can add the palm oil later, but then one trick my grandmother and my mother taught me was that the oil aids in mashing it easily. So try that and then give me a feedback when you do it this way too. You're done mashing all the plantains, you start with your pepper and then you grind that one as well. You can wash your earthenware and grind it, but then you can also grind it right away. It doesn't spoil anything, but for presentation purposes, you can just wash it and then come back to grind your pepper. So now I'm grinding my pepper till it's very smooth. With pepper, the seeds are a bit harmful to the body, so always make sure that it's grinded smoothly before adding in your onions. When it's grinded smoothly, I'll start by chopping my onions and then I will grind it together as well. Now with onions, it's a little bit slippery, so what I would advise is that you add your salt to it. This way it makes it very easy to grind it. Don't forget to salt the pepper to your taste. Now one trick, I can't tell you to be using 5 ml or a quarter teaspoon or what have we, but then if you don't know how to salt your food, always be on the safer side. Do a little at a time. All this while too, I'm roasting my kɔkɔɔ or my momone, and then I will put it in when I'm done. But then I want pepper in my egg, so I just took some out before adding my momone to it. You can use koobi, kɔkɔɔ, any salted fish that you have available. Add it to it and then grind everything together. Now it's time to mix the pepper with my etor, so I'll just pour my etor into a saucepan, a bigger one that I can easily mash together, and add my pepper to it. You can add your etor directly into the earthenware and combine the two together, but I prefer to put it inside a bigger saucepan. This way it makes it easy and then it's also time consuming. So when I'm done, I'll garnish it with some avocado pear, some eggs, and then some groundnuts. This recipe right here is very symbolic as it forms an integral part of the Ghanaian culture. We eat this food during birthdays, during initiating rites or puberty rites. We eat it when one is happy, when one gives birth. It symbolizes any joyous moment. So kindly prepare this one for your kids. You can love it as an adult and anybody can love it too. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more recipes. Bye bye.